Well, if you've been stuck at home this year, we do have some options for you. Stay tuned for that. Coming up next on City Corner. Hi, I'm Steve Potter, and welcome to City Corner. Well, if you've been sitting home going crazy this last year, like a lot of people have, you know that sometimes it's been sort of a struggle to come up with ideas about things to do and where to go and where to feel safe and all that. Coming up a little bit later in the show today, we're going to talk to someone from Explore St. Louis, and they have a whole list of ideas of places to go and things to do and ways to have fun. But right now, I'd like you to welcome Cameron Schoeffel, who represents Union Station, right in the heart of St. Louis. Hi, Cameron. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Steve. Nice to see you. Thanks so much for having me today.
How long have you been affiliated with Union Station?
I have been here at Union Station for the past 8 years now. So seen quite the transformation take place here at St. Louis Union Station.
Boy, has it changed over the years, not just since it was built, of course. But I remember I moved back and was living in St. Louis full time back in the late 80s. It was right after Union Station had kind of done the remodeling.
Right around 85. Yeah.
But even since then, it's gone through a lot of phases. And I'm just curious, this being the end of the year, things must have been crazy for you guys when the coronavirus hit and all that back in March. How has it affected what you do?
Yeah, it's definitely had an impact here, Steve. It's been a wild year. We did close all of our attractions for about 81 days from, I believe it was March 16th through June 8th. We're very, very happy to be reopened, obviously with reduced capacities and all that. But yeah, it's definitely taken a toll, and we've seen significant changes here. But we're so thankful to have all the attractions up and running. We opened everything kind of at the tail end of last year. The grand opening for the aquarium was there on Christmas Day of 2019. So very, very thankful that we got everything up and running, but when we did, because I couldn't have imagined trying to do that after March and amidst all this craziness that we're experiencing.
Yeah, I'm just curious if this makes any sense to you. I know Union Station is an indoor place, but it's a huge indoor space. Did that make it any easier for you and the businesses in there, just for the fact that, the top of the ceiling is, 8 stories tall?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got so much great space here at St. Louis Union Station. Obviously, the kind of the south leg of the old retail space was all converted into the aquarium. So that was 120,000 square feet. The rest of it is more or less the St. Louis Union Station Hotel. So it's been, great for us that we've got all that extra space in our beautiful grand hall, which, as you mentioned, is 60-foot vaulted ceiling and allows for a lot of space and a lot of spreading out, and we can do our safe social distancing and all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, all things being considered, we are lucky to be where we're at. And St. Louis Union Station celebrated 125 years just late last year, and we're very excited about the future here and all the great assets we have here to kind of showcase the public and welcome people back to St. Louis Union Station.
I want to ask you about the Polar Express, of course, but before we do that, you mentioned the aquarium, and I'm one of these people, I haven't been out much, so I haven't been there yet, but boy, is that on my to-do list.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful aquarium. We've got over 13,000 animals. Our feature exhibit is a 250,000 gallon saltwater tank that features everything from sharks and lesser devil rays to sea turtles and everything in between that. So it's really exciting, great space for people to come out and enjoy. We do have reduced capacities right now for guests to be able to come out and enjoy in a safe, socially distanced manner. We require face masks. We do a thermal scanner for everyone that enters the door. So we do take, these precautions very, very seriously, from, cleaning every 30 minutes to our employees washing their hands and having necessary breaks to make sure that, they're able to stay safe. And, the guests are of our utmost importance, along with the staff and our animals. And I think, when you put all those things together, we are able to operate in a safe, professional manner for everyone. So, I definitely urge everyone to come out and give us a visit.
Yeah, of course, you get a lot of people coming in from, an hour's drive, but also I would think from across the country.
Absolutely.
So that must have been odd over this past summer too, with less people going out. Did it seem like you were in another world for a while?
It did. It really did. Yeah, we had to the word of this all is pivot, right? We've all had to pivot in one way or shape or form. So we converted from a lot of our field trips and things like that. We've gone to virtual learning, and we did Quarren streams, which are kind of live looks and interviews with our biologists and our animal teams, to really kind of give people a new look, maybe a first look for a lot of people at the St. Louis Aquarium. And it's been challenging, but it's been fun and fulfilling, and we're so excited to kind of get life back to normal, as I know everyone is, and really blow it out of the water in terms of bringing guests back and allowing them to enjoy the space to the best of its capabilities.
Cameron, I think you said you'd been with Union Station 8 years. I think you said.
Hmm.
So let's talk about the Polar Express. This is
Sure.
something that people really look forward to every year. And I was just trying to remember how long that's been going on. Were you there when that started?
Yeah, so I was here. 2014 was our first year of Polar Express, and it's been, we've really grown the event to what it is today. And I'm glad you brought it up, because it does look a little bit different this year. This will be the first year that we aren't moving the train cars and going out on the excursion. The event is stationary, and the reason being, obviously, we want to provide a safe, memorable experience during the holidays for families, and not cram everyone on a train. And it's not the most safe, socially distanced opportunity when you're right, taking 500 plus people out on the trains 3 to 4 times a night. So we definitely wanted to make sure that we were going to put something out there that was accessible for people, but also safe and health conscious, as that is obviously of utmost importance to us.
Yeah, I would think that would have been a challenge for you, because the Polar Express has become a tradition, and you
Hmm.
get on the train car and you move. So
Yeah.
your job is to kind of create the same kind of excitement and fun in a totally different way, and that couldn't have been easy.
No, it hasn't, Steve, and it's it definitely has had its challenges, but I'm so thankful for not only the ability, but our ownership giving us full support to do things to the best of our abilities to make these types of events happen. Without their blessings, we don't get this chance to continue these memories. And a lot of people have made the Polar Express at St. Louis Union Station a holiday tradition, and we just felt like if we just didn't do anything, then people would miss out on that. And so it was really important to us to kind of keep that train riding along a little bit, and make sure that we brought a holiday experience to St. Louis Union Station.
Well, let's explain how it's different then. People aren't getting on the train and taking off, but they're going to Union Station and the trains are going to be there. But my most important question is, we can still wear our pajamas, right?
Please do. Yes, we strongly encourage pajamas. That is for sure. So, yeah, the story this year will definitely follow the timeline of the movie, in a sense. So throughout the experience, guests will have a lot of the same experiences that they've had in the past. Interactions with our characters, the hot chocolate, the cookies. A special Santa experience will be part of the experience this year, and we're very excited to offer that. That'll kind of be a first in terms of a set for opportunity for people to come out and actually get to meet Santa. So whereas it does look a lot different, there are a lot of fun aspects of this year's event that I think people are really gonna really enjoy.
Well, maybe be a little more specific about that. Give us an idea of what happens, like when we walk in. Maybe what's the first thing we're going to do, and where do we go from there?
Sure. So one of the first things, as you walk through what we call the depot tent, which is kind of the first tented structure that guests will walk through, you'll almost step through the first page of the story in a sense, and really create that timeline that goes along with the movie. So everything from the hero boy in his bedroom, looking out the window as the Polar Express arrives on his street, to the conductor, saying all aboard, and asking the little hero boy if he's coming on board the train and going to take that to the North Pole. So throughout that entire experience, you're almost going to be a part of the movie in a sense, and really go through scene by scene, the different aspects. And I think kids are and parents will definitely enjoy it. And like you said before, we definitely want everyone to wear their pajamas and come out and have some good, wholesome holiday fun.
Well, I like the whole pajamas idea, but there's one other aspect that draws me to it: pancakes.
Yes. So this year we are very excited to announce Pancakes with Santa. So that will take place Saturdays and Sundays in December. We are still just finalizing the last tweaks on that before we take that on sale here in the next couple of weeks. But we're very excited to offer that this year. Our executive chef has put together a really neat little pancake that looks like Santa. We will have Santa in our grand hall space. We'll play some holiday light shows on our amazing vaulted ceiling in there, and it's going to be a really fun little way to kick off the day here at St. Louis Union Station. We definitely urge people to come out and spend the day with us. There's so much to do here. We've got 6 attractions plus the Polar Express plus Pancakes with Santa. And all these components, and when you put them all together, that's a full day. And if you need somewhere to stay, we've got a beautiful, almost 600 room hotel here on property as well. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for people.
Yeah, we just have a minute left, Cameron, but I wanted to ask you about 2 things really quickly. See if they're still on schedule.
Sure.
The winter market and the holiday fire and light show.
Yes. So holiday fire and light show will kick off along with the Polar Express. And the winter market will actually be part of our North Pole experience this year. So we'll have an amazing retail merchandise area located right within that North Pole experience. You don't have to buy tickets to the Polar Express to go in there, but it is part of that experience as well. So some good crossover, some great holiday last minute Christmas shopping ideas that can be fulfilled in there as well. And that's where guests will also pick up their photos with Santa during the Polar Express experience as well.
Okay, we're going to have some information come up on the screen and let people know how to get a hold of you. But real briefly, in conclusion, what would you want to tell parents about anything they need to know ahead of time?
Yeah, I think first things first, we're doing a reservation system for the Polar Express this year. Excuse me. So we do, in an effort to kind of minimize the contact with other guests, we ask people to make reservations online ahead of time. We will sell walk-up tickets, but those will be based on availability, obviously. And in addition to that, we just ask that people wear their face masks, wear their pajamas, and come ready to have some fun.
Save room for pancakes, right?
That's right.
Cameron Schoeffel, thank you so much, and we hope you have a good turnout this season for the Polar Express and everything else you do there. I didn't even mention the observation tower. That's on my to-do list too.
Well, thank you so much, Steve. It's a pleasure to speak with you today, and we look forward to a great holiday season.
Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you.
We have some more suggestions for activities for you, so stay with us. We'll have more City Corner right after this.
What I love about St. Louis is the 79 unique neighborhoods nestled into 108 city parks, including Forest Park, which is actually larger than Central Park in New York, and of course, the beautiful Tower Grove Park where I'm at now. Oh, the St. Louis Blues. We've got the St. Louis Surge, 2-time WBCBL champions. We've got Harris Stowe, WashU, St. Louis University, and of course, the 11-time World Series champion, St. Louis Cardinals. So come experience St. Louis.
Operation Wonder Park is a go!
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. But don't just imagine. Use STEM to change the world.
Who's with me?
Oh, it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, It just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home just in case. Why would you do that?
Probably okay isn't okay. Call a cab, a car, or a friend.
Good choice.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it here. So what are you waiting for? Just go to the site.
I'm Steve Potter, and welcome back to City Corner. Well, we'll continue with some great ideas for you, things to do in this crazy year. Karen Meirink is with us from Explore St. Louis. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Steve. How are you? Thank you so much for having me today.
It's great to talk to you. Just real briefly, tell me about Explore St. Louis, where that fits in the scheme of things.
Sure. So Explore St. Louis is the brand for the St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission. We represent St. Louis, the metropolitan area, to visitors and others planning meetings and events in destinations. We also manage the America Center Convention Center.
Right. It must be a challenging job for you these days. Things are maybe getting a little back to normal, but let's go back to March.
Yes.
I'm sure your office was kind of quiet for a while.
It was. It happened, as you recall, very suddenly. Suddenly, we were closing visitor centers. Airlines were seeing massive drops of passengers, and conventions and meetings really pretty much stopped in their tracks. But you're right. We're having to learn to live with the pandemic and make opportunities available for St. Louis visitors and locals. And so we've been really fortunate. The St. Louis tourism and hospitality community has really stepped up to provide safe experiences for their visitors so that we can still do activities and have some normalcy, but do it in a safe and responsible way. That's really important to us.
Yeah, I'm sure 6 or 8 months ago, when you're talking about people coming in from out of town, out of state, I imagine that just dried up completely. Is it something that's just gradually getting better? Is that how it works?
It was, if you looked at the stats from the airport, for example, the first few months, March and April, mostly April, and then into May, it was dramatic. They were down 95% of what they had experienced a year prior. Things are slowly, gradually picking up. We are seeing planes coming in with fuller loads. We are seeing visitors. We're getting quite a few calls from visitors and other interactions. They're looking for things to do. We're seeing traffic from really a drive distance, maybe 4 or 5 hours. We're getting a lot of interest from the Chicagoland area. So yeah, we still have people that want to go out and explore. So we're fortunate for that. Really leisure travel is.
I was going to say, I'm glad to hear that. You know what? people love St. Louis. One of my favorite things is having friends that have never been here before come to town, and I have show them around, show them stuff. St. Louis has a lot going on.
St. Louis really does have a lot going on. We were on, and I expect this trajectory to continue and to return on a great path of development. And so a lot of those projects are still underway. They're still working on them. And so we're still going to have the City Foundry that opens in Grand Center or in the Midtown area, and the new soccer MLS team and all of those things. But right now, we've got a lot of activities that are going on. As I mentioned, a lot of attractions have been really creative as to presenting programming for the locals. One of the things we're really excited about is, because of the fact that we had so many cancellations, we had space at the convention center, and we were looking for ways to put the building back in operation. And so we were able to procure an international traveling exhibition. It's called Michelangelo, the Sistine Chapel, and that starts in November and runs through January 10th. It's an extraordinary opportunity to see those masterworks up close.
You know, I didn't know anything about that until recently, and then I saw some photographs of it, and I was so impressed how those massive paintings fill that space.
I know.
It almost leaves you speechless.
I know. Well, and when you see it live and in person, you're looking up, it's quite a distance away, and this is designed so that you can see it close and really understand the breadth of this talent and these incredible works of art. So we're really fortunate. One of the things we're also really excited about is bringing that into downtown, giving the locals and visitors another reason to come downtown to support some of these businesses that really need our support. The local restaurants, the hotels. In fact, we're promoting different things like Takeout Tuesday to visit restaurants and take it home, or Staycation Saturday. A lot of our hotels are offering great deals. You can stay at the luxury Four Seasons on Laclede's Landing and get an arch view room at a great rate. So if you're, wanting to package different things like this together, you have the opportunity to come and visit a lot of different things at a time where your local community really needs you.
Karen, you probably have a list of 3,000 things you could tell me about. I know you could, but I've just kind of picked out a few things, and why not I just throw those out to you, and you can just tell me what's going on there right now.
Sure.
You talk about supporting businesses downtown. How about City Museum?
City Museum is thriving as ever. They have to help offer a socially distanced experience. They have added something that's called Pinball Hall. It's in their architectural hall, and this is going to go through New Year's Eve, where they brought in all these old-fashioned antique pinball machines. And so you can do that in addition to the other activities that they have underway. So that's a lot of fun and something that's a little different.
And I don't have to tell you that most people who go to the City Museum have said, I've never seen anything like this anywhere.
I know. Well, and it's interesting, they hear the name and they have no idea of what that name encompasses and what it represents. So it's always an eye-opening and top experience for folks that are coming to St. Louis.
How about the Magic House?
The Magic House is also, they're doing a lot of interesting things. You can rent out the museum for a small fee so that you can have an intimate experience without having to worry about masks. They're doing that select days where you can bring up to 10 people, but then they also have public hours, and they're also doing things very safely and responsibly. And they've got an exhibit right now called Wildcrats. It's based on a PBS children's series. So that is something that they've got going on through the end of the year. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and of course, everything we're talking about isn't necessarily downtown, although a lot are. When I lived with my grandmother, I used to jog in Tillis Park every day. What's going on out there?
Yes. Well, we really expect that holiday lights are going to be a key thing that people are looking to do. And so some of our iconic experiences this year will be in place. One is the lights at Tillis Park, also the Way of Lights at the National Shrine of Our Lady of Snows. we were really excited, just got word in the last couple of days that Condé Nast Traveler magazine selected 10 places that they recommend visiting in December. And number 3 on the list is St. Louis. And so, we really think that we're fortunate in all of the holiday activities we've got. One of the new things that I'm really looking forward to is over in Illinois. It's called Wonderlights. It's at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway, and it will be a in your car experience. You pull up, you're in your car, it's a lights display, and then you can listen like a drive-in, listen to the music soundtrack in your car. So that's something that's new and different, and so that'll be fun. Another thing I'm also really excited about, again, it talks about the creativity of St. Louisans. It's in the Central West End. They do this wonderful walk every year. This time they're partnering with the St. Louis Shakespeare Festival and with a group called Painted Black STL. And they're telling the story of the Christmas Carol in a modern way with these new artworks that are created in window fronts. It's a 20-stop self-guided experience that's audio, that's storytelling. And so that's going to be really exciting. And that will be throughout the holiday season in the Central West End. So you can shop, you can dine, you can do this. It'll be fun.
Yeah, speaking of shopping, there is something on my list here that I really didn't know anything about, and I found it curious. St. Louis Premium Outlet.
Yes, one of my favorite spots. It's in Chesterfield. It's a great place. It's outdoors, so you don't have to worry about that. And lots of great shops in an outlet setting. So you get good deals. And so we recommend that. St. Louis also has a wonderful array of neighborhoods where there's a lot of really good shopping experiences. You think about Cherokee Street, you think about Maplewood and the Del Mar Loop and the Central West End. You also think about places like Kirkwood and Kimmswick and St. Charles. All of them have charming local shops that we hope that you'll all support this year, especially.
Karen, what would you recommend people to do if they're curious about exploring St. Louis? Should they go to your website? What's the best place to start?
I would visit exploreStLouis.com. It is an extensive site with all sorts of information, planning ideas. There are blogs on there for up-to-date information. So like if you're looking for takeout for Thanksgiving, there's a great article on there about that. We are also launching this holiday adventure guide that you can find on our website, which will talk about a lot of the holiday activities we've mentioned and many that we didn't have a chance to mention. It's a great place to visit. I would start there.
Well, Karen, Meirink, thank you so much for joining us from Explore St. Louis. And thanks to you, I have a list now. I'm going to stay busy this winter.
Well, and I have more to send you, so there you are.
Thank you so much. Have a great holiday season, Karen.
Thank you. Take care.
And you at home, too. Make a point to find some place to go. Stay active. Stay busy. Explore St. Louis. I'm Steve Potter, and that's all we have for this edition of City Corner. Thanks for joining us.